Hi everyone. Some of my curly friends here on YouTube have been doing this tag recently, so apparently it is my turn. As you can tell from the title, we're going to have a very special guest today for the furry friend tag. Here he is. This is Buster. He's going to chew on this. I have a skein of yarn here to help keep him interested so he doesn't just get up and leave in the middle of the video. And then he's lying on this little kind of blanket mat thing that I made a while back to use up some old skeins of yarn I used to crochet. So I just have this here to try to keep him interested because he doesn't usually come up on my bed. So first question, as I mentioned before and as you can see in the title, what is your pet's name? His name is Buster. Question number 2 is what kind of pet and what kind of breed is your pet? He is a cat, as you can see, and he is a Himalayan, which is a cross between a Persian and a Siamese. You can see he has the Siamese kind of coloring with the long Persian fur. I think in some countries it's called a color point long hair because these dark patches that he has, like on his ears and his tail, are called points. I'm not entirely certain about this, but I think at least in some countries, maybe the US, maybe not, I don't know, but I think the Himalayan is sometimes technically considered like a subgroup of the Persian breed, but again, I'm not entirely sure. And he is a purebred, so both of his parents were Himalayans. Question number 3, how long have you had your pet? We've had him for about 13 years. He just turned 13 in the end of May. And we got him when he was a kitten. He was a few months old when we got him. And question number 4, how did you get your pet? We bought him from a breeder, which I feel kind of guilty about now because there are, so many animals in shelters that need homes. But I really wanted a Himalayan cat when I was little. After watching the Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey movies about, the two dogs and the cat that are trying to find their family. The cat, Sassy, in the books was a Siamese, but in the movies she was played by a Himalayan, so she just had longer fur. And so I thought, she was the prettiest, and I really wanted a cat of that breed. Question number 5, how old is your pet? I kind of answered this earlier, but he's 13. He just turned 13 this spring. Question number 6, what are some quirky things about your pet's personality? Well, he has several. He has never really been a lap cat, not even when he was young, and especially not now that he is older. But he has this thing about my mom. Like when my parents are watching a movie or watching the news or something at night, my mom always sits in the same recliner with this same blanket over her. And Buster will go in and lie on her lap and curl up on her lap there on top of the blanket. I can sit in the exact same chair with the exact same blanket over my lap and he will not come in my lap. He might come over to me and kind of sniff around and sit there on the floor, but he will not jump up in my lap no matter what I do. Another thing, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You can see this hair underneath his chin. He is really weird about this. See how it's all like curled up? He likes to have it like that, and sometimes he'll have it in his mouth. I can brush that all out and he will lick himself there until it curls up again, and a lot of times it is actually stuck in his mouth. I don't know, he just has like a little oral fixation on it. I don't understand. And then another thing is that he has a huge thing about nylon fabric, like a heavy-duty nylon, like a backpack kind of fabric. He absolutely loves it. He won't just curl up on it, he will rub his face back and forth on it, like each cheek, and just be all over it. I guess he really likes the texture, but he used to do that with my school backpack when I would have it like lying around my room somewhere. He would curl up on it and just rub himself all over it. Question number 7, what does your relationship with your pet mean to you? Oh, Buster, you're just gonna curl up there and he's the only family that I have aside from my parents. I'm an only child, so I never had siblings, and it could be kind of lonely. So he's, I guess he's kind of the closest I'll ever have to a sibling. So he's kind of a companion, theoretically anyway. As I said, he's not really a lap cat, and I think our relationship has cooled especially in the last couple of years since I've gone off to college and I'm only home for part of the year. But he's someone. Okay, question number 8. What are your favorite pastimes with your pet? Well, we don't really have a whole lot. I mean, he's not as playful as he used to be. Sometimes I'll play with him a little bit, but he loses interest pretty quickly. I do brush him, but that's not exactly his favorite. He's never been very tolerant of being brushed. And of course, I mean, he needs a lot of brushing. It's time that I get to spend with him, but he's not very cooperative. He's actually very melodramatic with all these loud meows and growls. He's just funny like that. But one thing that I will do, he likes to lie on the living room carpet like all the time. And sometimes, I know this is really weird, I'll just get down next to him and lie there next to him, and I have to give him like a good foot of space or else he'll get up and move somewhere else. But sometimes we'll just kind of lie there together and be together. But that's pretty much the extent of what we do together. All right, question number 9. This is the last question. What nicknames do you call your pet? I have a ton that I call him. I will call him Boo or Booba or even Boobadoo, which are all derived from Buster. I got them somehow. I might call him Kite or Ma Kite or Kites, just when I'm feeling kind of cutesy. One that I do call him pretty often is Kotjak, which is Russian. I study Russian up at school. Kot just means cat, and then when you make it Kotjak, it's called a diminutive, and it's like an affectionate form. It's kind of like little nice cat, sort of. There's no really direct translation, but I'll call him that a lot. More recently, I've started calling him Grandpa or Gramps just because he's getting older and he's showing his age. And then sometimes I'll call him just Mr. Buster. So that's all for this tag. I hope you enjoyed it. I will put the questions down below so you can do the tag too if you would like, or just leave a comment with your answers if you have a pet. And of course, I want to thank my special guest, Buster, for being very patient. Here's your close-up, Buster. He's just like, what is this? I didn't sign up for this. So thank you, Buster. And I guess I will see you guys next time. Bye.